Well, hello. It's been a while. I knew she was going to do that. Okay. It's been a while. I think my last video was toward the 1st of May. And a lot has happened since then. And I got a pile of stuff over here to show you. But I'm going to give you, hopefully, a quick life update. I don't know how quick it's going to be because there's a lot of information.
I graduated!
She graduated, yes. We were keeping our fingers crossed. There was one class that she
English.
really, yeah. She's an alien. English isn't her first language, so. Alright, you can go back to your room now. Anyway, there's been a reason why I haven't been around lately. Toward the end of May, I woke up one night with some severe stabbing pains that started in my right abdomen and moved over to the left side. I mean, it literally felt like someone took a knife and slid it in me and was cutting me open. I woke up screaming and yelling. Didn't go to the emergency room because after a few minutes, the pain, although the pain was still there, it subsided. And I felt, well, honestly, I thought I was just constipated. So, the pain wouldn't go away though. 2 weeks went by, the pain was still there. Some days it was worse, some days it was bad. Some days it was in the front, some days it was in the back. It moved. I lost my appetite. I mean, seriously lost my appetite. I lost like about 20 pounds because I just wasn't eating that much. My husband says, you need to go see about this. I said, I will. This is about the second week of June. He says, you need to do something about this. I said, well, I got a doctor's appointment in 2.5 weeks. When I go to the doctor's, and I'll let him know, and we'll take care of it. A few days go by. I woke up one morning, was still in severe pain, but then I couldn't keep anything down. I couldn't even keep water down. I was drinking water, and it was coming right back up. I was starting to run a bit of a fever. The pain was very severe again. So about half an hour after my husband left for work, I called Samantha down and says, get dressed and get ready. You're taking me to the emergency room.
Let me cut in on this for a minute.
What?
I didn't get home till 6 in the morning from Project Safegrad. She wakes me up. I'm mad. I was mad tired. She's like, I need you to bring me to the hospital. I'm like, alright. I get dressed and I had a driver there. I'm like, ugh.
No one asked for your 2 cents.
I know, but see, you missed out the part.
They had Project Safegrad, which was, late she didn't get home till late and everything. But at that point, I felt I couldn't put off going and seeing a doctor because now I was running fever and now I was throwing up. The pain was getting worse again, and I said, screw it, I gotta go. So I went. She took me.
The best daughter ever.
Best alien daughter I got. But anyway, I'm trying to make this short, but it's kind of hard to make it short. So I go to the hospital. They do blood work. They did an X-ray. Then they called me back there and they said, well, 2 things. They said, first, you have a urinary tract infection, which surprised me because I've had urinary tract infections before, so I know the symptoms, and I didn't have any of the symptoms of a UTI. And then they said, well, we did X-rays. We want to go back and we want to do an ultrasound to look at something else. They didn't tell me what. They just wanted to do an ultrasound. So I said, okay. So I went and did the ultrasound. Come back from the ultrasound. They put me in a room because at this point in time I was in the emergency room, but I was like in the hallway, parked in the hallway. Well, this time they moved me to the room. The reason why they moved me to the room is the doctor came in and told me that both of my ovaries had tumors in them. That my ovaries, which are supposed to be the size of walnuts, both of them were the size of lemons, which was what was causing the pain. And there was a couple of spots in my uterus that they didn't like. They couldn't tell what it was, but they were spots, they said. Which scared the shit out of me. I will not lie. The hospital I was at didn't have the type of specialist I needed to go see. So they kept me in the hospital for 4 days and pumped me full of antibiotics to get rid of the UTI. Because they wouldn't be able to do anything until the UTI was gone. Then I went and saw a specialist. He looked at all my films. And this is a specialist that she specializes in ovarian cancer. I went and saw her. She looked at all my films, gave me an exam, and told me that she couldn't definitely say whether or not I had cancer. That, yeah, there were, my ovaries were oversized. It did look like there was tumors in them. She said there were some things that was pointing to cancer, and then there were some things that was pointing that it wasn't cancer. So the best course of action, she said, was to just go in and do a hysterectomy, take everything out. Because, my baby making days are long over with. And, this was the best course of action. So I said, okay, fine. So she said that during the operation, once they took my ovaries out, they were going to test to make, they're going to have it starts with the P, the people who test to see if it's cancer, I can't think of the name, was going to be on site to test them right then and there, because if they weren't cancerous, then all they had to do was sew me up and I was done. If it was cancer, then there was other things they were going to do. They were going to look around and make sure it didn't spread to other organs and everything. So there was a lot more, things that she was going to have to do if it was cancer. So went in, had the surgery, did a lot of praying, and thank the Lord, it was not cancerous. It was such a relief to find out that it wasn't cancerous. I tell you, there were, because, and I told you, I told you this, all this happened within, let's see, I first started having the pain end of May. Lovely Samantha. And my surgery,
you said no smart ass
was, and I had actually had my surgery the third week in July. So there's quite a bit of time there that I didn't know whether or not I was, that I was living with the idea that I could have cancer. And I'm thrilled that I'm not. So that went on. Also, at the same time, my husband had gone, he goes every year to I forget what the name of the doctor is, but what type of doctor it is. I think it starts with a G. But he had, back in 2015, he had bladder cancer. And they took it out, and he was fine, but he has to go every year to check, because they told us at the time there's like a 50% chance that it could come back. So he had gone back, and it came back. So, we're both, and of course this is going on at the same time, because he found out, but at the same time I started having pain. So, he went in a week and a half after my surgery. He went in and had his, and they removed the cancer, and now he's fine. He's got a clean bill of health now. He still has to go. Now they're going to have him come in like every 6 months for 2 years, and then a year after that, once a year. So he's doing okay. So we all have a clean bill of health now. It was, I tell you what, it was, I didn't during this whole time I wasn't doing any stitching because I was just, one of the symptoms was I was so fatigued. All I was doing was sleeping. I would get up for an hour or two. I was just so freaking tired. So I didn't do any stitching. I didn't start stitching again until August 13th. And the reason why I know it's then because that's the day my husband went in to have his surgery, and his was just an outpatient. So when we got home, I started stitching again the day he had surgery. So that's it. That's my life update. That's where I've been. That's why I haven't been around. But now that's all done with. I'm stitching again, and things are good. So I'm wondering why Samantha's over there staring at me.
I mean, there's another life of it, but I mean, got a new person in the house.
Anyway, what do y'all want to see? I got
My ass.
I got some haul. I did do some buying. We'll do that first. Let me do this one first.
I do this one first.
Oh, you want to show it? We gotta go behind me. She's gonna show you what we bought Erica, my love bug, this past weekend.
A freaking hippo.
Tracy likes hippos. It's a hippo rocker. Isn't that just the cutest thing? All right, that wasn't Stitcher related, but it's speaking of my grandchild. I mean, I have to brag. Get off of it before you break it. She is growing like a weed. She's learned how to crawl. She's pulling herself up and she's walking along furniture. Last weekend, for the first time, she took 2 steps all on her own. So it won't be long before she's walking. So,
I'm a big girl now.
anyway, that's enough, Samantha, now. Alright, a couple of weeks ago, Tracy was doing a sale on YouTube. A live sale. And I bought some things from her. Pretty sure this one I bought from her, because I don't think I bought from anyone else. But I got this. It's the cafe that's going to go on my cottage wall when I get it ready. And this one, well, I'll show you these. Then I bought some fabric. I love the Dreamsicle from Under the Sea. And this is linen. I usually typically only stitch on even weave, but I decided I was going to give some linen a try. And she stitched a little bit on it, but that's okay because I'm going to do like Halloween ornaments and stuff. So those are tiny. I think she was stitching over one. Yeah, she was. Tracy, you're crazy. And then I bought this piece of fabric. It's a reddish orange. It's linen as well. And then I bought this one.
Is that linen too?
And that's linen too. So, I got that. That there. Along with that. And then, this was a last minute purchase. I got it from Tracy and she had it on there. No one was buying it. No one was buying it. I was like, oh. And just as she says, okay, that's it. I'm going to go. I stopped. Hey, wait. I'll take it. And it's the complete main Little House Needleworks, the Hometown Holiday series. It's all of them. I like them.
You're crazy.
Yeah, I'm crazy. But
Try to turn the fan off. It's freezing.
no. Then from 123 Stitch, I got this. Country Cottage Needlework. I love these. These are cute. There's Christmas ones too I'm thinking about picking up. But I thought those were adorable. And I also got from the same one. Who did I see? I was watching someone. I've been watching a lot of videos here lately. Because there for a while I wasn't. So I'm not going to say I'm going to get caught up on the ones I missed. But I'm staying caught up on them now. But I've seen someone stitching this. I forget who. I'm like, oh, that's so cute. So I picked it up. And then I love these. I was saying a while back, if y'all been watching my videos from the very beginning, I said a while back, I wish they would make a series of houses that's something other than Christmas. You know, so Waxy Moon Design has the Patriotic Trio. They also have the Halloween Trio, which
It's Trio.
Trio, whatever.
There's no H in it.
The Halloween one, which I also got, you'll see that in a minute. And I just noticed the other day I was on 123 Stitch, and they have a Christmas one. So I love this. So that was all my most of my purchases. I got some fabric, but I've already put it away, so it's going to be kind of hard to show you because I don't remember what it is. So anyway, alrighty then. I hope that seems like y'all see me better if I'm. And if y'all notice, I'm sitting in a different spot. We bought a couple months ago. It was before my surgery. A new couch. So that's where I'm sitting at right now. I moved my stitchy spot from my chair to the new couch because I like it. Alright.
Hey.
I gotta hurry up and get this framed so she could take it and give it to her choir teacher. I was supposed to have it finished before she graduated, but then I got sick and I quit stitching. But I did this. It's not ironed. So I got to get it framed, and then she can take it and give it to her teacher. But I finished that. This was the first thing. In fact, when I came back to it, the only thing I had left to finish was this little motif and this little motif. It took me a day to finish it. That's where I had stopped, where I only had those two left to go, and I was just so in pain and so out of it, I couldn't even do that. So, this was the first thing I came back to, so I can get it finished and framed, and she can take it to her teacher. Then, the next thing I worked on, it may not be in order, but I think it might be, was, this one. I think it's so cute. I got this when I went to the Austin retreat, the Austin Flosstube retreat. I got it from Leslie. She was selling it. And got some hanging threads. Yeah. And when last time I worked on it, I had the I Love Pepper Shush. Alright. Pepper. Pepper. Alright, I had pretty much this side done. So then I'll finish. She's gonna go blue. Alright, real quick. Pepper! If y'all have watched my videos in the past, y'all have heard Pepper barking. And you're probably wondering where Loki is, because he's not barking. Unfortunately, Loki is no longer with us. We had to have him put down because he was biting people. And we tried several different trainings. Sorry. We tried to train him. We took him places to be trained. He was still biting. And it wasn't like he was biting strangers to try and protect his home. He was biting people he knew. He, Pepper! And where Pepper will bark at people that she doesn't know, she's never bitten. Loki was a big dog. He was an American bulldog. He was a big dog. One of the people that he bit had to get stitches. And with us having the grandbaby over here, 4 days out of the week, we couldn't take the chance that he would turn and bite, and he had started growling at her. And so we just, we felt as responsible dog owners that, we tried everything we could. I called 2 places to see if they would take him in. Because he was biting, they wouldn't. So we felt that the best thing to do. I mean, it was sad. We cried. All of us around here cried for 3 days. It's not that we wanted to do it, but, we couldn't take the chance. If he would have bitten Love Bug, she would end up in the hospital. If not, he could have killed her, and we just couldn't take that chance. So, Pepper. So Pepper is an only dog now. Come here, Pepper. Come here. You don't have to bark out there. All right. Back to stitching. So when I picked this up, I finished, because I only had, I think, the H-A-L-L. So I finished the word Halloween and rain and finished the bottom border and worked up on this border and did all these. And I'm not using all the called for, I'm using mostly, I think, the called for colors, because most of them are DMC, but I had, let me see, but when I was at the retreat in Austin, I picked up some, on the freebie table, some people had put some Victoria Mottos cottons, so I'm substituting some of those in. And the fabric too, I don't know the name of the fabric, I got while I was there too. So that's good. I'm hoping to get a lot more done next time I pick it up. And again, how surprised is everyone that I've got more than one whip going on at a time? And it's not stressing me out. How about that? Okay. Put them over there. Then, let's see what I did after that. Oh, okay. Then I worked on May. Cricket Collection May. And this one is a finish. For me, it's a finish. I did not put this lady here. To me, it just made it look, I don't know, off, uneven, or I don't know. But I need to get one of those boards like everyone else is using. But this is my May. I used all the called for colors. And when I stitched this, I did all the letters first. Then I went back and did the motifs. And I think what I'm going to do is, because I finished May. I think I did January and maybe April. I think I got 3 of these done. What I'm thinking about doing is pulling the rest of the months and sitting down and just doing all the letters. Pick one month and say, okay, I'll do all the letters, and then a couple of weeks pick another month and do all the letters. Then I can go back and do the little motifs. But I love the way this turned out. I don't know how I'm going to fully finish them. I was thinking about doing something where I can, exchange, Priscillify them, as people say. But they're all different sizes because, the letters are... So I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. I'm not going to start finishing them until I get them all done, though. So that is a finish. I love the way that turned out. How'd I have this folded up? Pepper, I swear... Since this is a finish, I'll stick it over here so I can put it up. I'll stick it right there. Then I worked on, what did I work on? Oh, ice cream from Cottage Country Needleworks. I got all of these, the ice cream, the pies, what are the other ones are. And I finished it as well. Again, I used all the called for colors. It's all DMC, I think. No, actually, no. Yeah, they're all DMC. So, do this, put some behind So I love the way it came out. I got frames for these because I'm going to hang them up. I got a little wall there in my kitchen. I'm going to put them up. I just need to get some finishing done. I got all these projects that I finished, that I FO'd, and I need to FFO them. I got a whole box full. One of these days, I'll get around to doing that. Soon, I hope. Then, after that, I worked on my snow bells. I'm doing them all as one piece, and this time I did Babe It's Cold Out There. That's it so far. I got 3 of them done. I got 3 more to go, and then there's some like trees and stuff here that's on the part that I gotta do. So a couple more times of pulling this out. Did that have no words on it? No, I guess it doesn't. That's the only one that didn't have any words on it. This bottom one. I just now noticed that. So 3 more times of pulling it out, and I will be done with this. And when I'm done with this, I'm going to do the... I don't know, because I got the 6 Fat Men, or that's similar to this. I don't know if I want to do it all in one piece. Because, you know, you do it in one piece, that's a big piece to frame and put up. And then, yeah, I've been working on a lot. Okay, and okay, this is the other one, the Halloween trio, and I did this one, and not only did I start it, but I finished it. And I've already got the fabric cut for the other 2. I'm doing them all in the same fabric. I did all in the called for colors. Ta-da! And this I'm gonna frame, and I'm going to put up on my, because I got a wall there in my hallway that I don't have anything, and it's a pretty big wall, and I don't have anything on it, and I never kept trying to figure out what should I put on it, and I decided I'm going to make it my cottage wall. So this will go on my cottage wall, and it'll stay up all year long. But this was pretty quick to do. Didn't take me but a few days. I got this one done, and plan on doing the other 2 here shortly, or soon, or sometime. But I can't wait. I'm going to order the Christmas one. Not right away, but I'm going to order the Christmas one too. Hope they come out with like an Easter one, a Valentine's one, a Thanksgiving one. That would be nice. And then, which one did I? Which one is this? I have 2 more of the Snowmen of the Month to do, and I'm done for this series. So I said, well, I'll pull out, and usually it only takes me like a week to do these. I said, well, I'll pull out November, and I'll get November done. And I pulled it out, and I'm doing them. I love this fabric, too. Wish I can remember what it was. I don't know if I kept the... And I started it. And then I made a counting error somewhere around here, and I got mad, and I put it in timeout. So, I figure here in a couple of weeks, I'll pull it back out, I'll figure out where I made my mistake, and I'll fix it, and then I'll finish it. But I love this fabric, and it's showing up pretty good, true to life. I'm liking oranges here lately for some reason. I don't know why. So I did that. And then, wow. what I'm currently working on. Decided to do a Christmas piece. And this one, I was going to do this one, I was going to do it as an ornament, you know, for my trees. I want to do have some stitched ornaments for my tree. But it's a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be, so it's not going to be an ornament. And okay, I'm doing this, okay, and I'm stitching it, and if everyone who knows me knows I stitch from the bottom up. So I'm stitching it, and I'm reading it. We've got cookies, and I'm thinking that's not right, because is it? I don't. Maybe there's an English teacher out there who can explain this to me, because I thought weave, W-E'-V-E, is short for we have. So basically, they're saying we have got cookies, right? Shouldn't it be we? Shouldn't it be we have? I don't know, because it doesn't sound right saying we've cookies. We have cookies. We've got. I don't know. Is that right? I don't know. Because you say, we've gone to the store, as in we have gone to the store. You wouldn't say, we've gone to the store. That makes, I don't know. Maybe it is right, and I'm just, I don't know. Anyway, that's what I'm working on now. Put that through. And this is where I'm at. Thread hanging. I'm trying to get this part done so I can move it down in my Q-snap, so because I don't have enough room to go all the way up. So I should have this finished probably in a couple of days, and I'm hoping. Oh wait, there was one more thing I also worked on that after I worked on it, I put it up and I decided that's it, I'm done with it. And that is my Heaven and Earth, the blue lady, I think she's called Aquamarina. I pulled her out because I decided I was going to work on her. I pulled her out and got half a dozen stitches on it, and even with my magnifying glass and a light, it was hurting my eyes to the point to where it was giving me a real bad headache. And that's why, it's one of the reasons why I haven't been working on it, because, you know, I'm doing it 1/1 on 28 count, and my eyes aren't that good anymore to be able to do that. So I've decided I'm not gonna, I'm letting it go. Letting it go. Let it go, let it go. You don't want to hear me sing. So I'm not gonna finish it. I'm gonna use the material, I'm gonna use the fabric for something else, and I just can't do it. I just can't do it. If there was a way, and see, and I got the miniature one, the smaller one out of the two, and hang on, I know I'm adjusting. I'm sitting on my legs now. I'm getting them out from underneath me. If there was a way, now the lighting sucks in this particular area. Oops.